Hello everyone, I'm Fr Jim Kelleher, and today we're doing liturgy prep for Wednesday, March 17th, the feast of St. Patrick. With a last name like Kelleher, I'm sort of partial to St. Patrick, and so I want to bring him into the stories today. In Isaiah today, we hear this classical verse that is so consoling to all of us. It's the Lord speaking to Isaiah saying, "Can a mother forget her infant? Even should she forget, I will never forget you." Indeed, the Lord always remembers us, but it's important to look at our lives and the lives of other people to just see how God has remembered to help us in times of need. So first of all, with St. Patrick, when he arrived back in Ireland with the assignment to evangelize Ireland, it was the year 433, and in Ireland at that time, there were Druid kings all over Ireland, and they were pagan kings. And this one Druid king, he was in the area where Patrick was. So Patrick was on this one hill named Slane. The Druid king was on another hill a couple miles away named Tara. And it was Easter time, and so St. Patrick wanted to light the Easter fire. But the Druid king had passed a law that said no one could light a fire before he lit his fire for his pagan feast. Well, that wasn't going to deter Patrick, so there Patrick was on the hill of Slane lighting his fire, and of course the Druid king and his people saw it, and they rushed over and they more or less arrested Patrick. But Patrick was relying on the Holy Spirit, and he was so convincing in presenting the faith that actually the Druid king allowed Patrick to baptize some of his people. And eventually that king became baptized too. Now this was no easy feat, because Patrick could have easily been killed at that point. I mean, because that's what the king had said. Anybody who lights a fire before me will be killed. But the Holy Spirit was with Patrick and sustained Patrick. Well, for the next 20 or so years, Patrick continued to evangelize all of Ireland. Now, Ireland's not a big country. It's the size of the state of Indiana, but still, Patrick was walking. And so he walked from one place to the next place to the next place, ordaining priests, consecrating bishops. And so the Irish people owe the development of their faith to St. Patrick, because he was not afraid to take on the Druid king. You and I must not be afraid to take on the secular powers in our society. We have to be like Patrick and light the fire of our faith in the public square and not back down. And when people put us down, we need to stand up even stronger. But not only stand up, but also explain and allow the Holy Spirit to speak to us why God's plan is a better plan than man's plan. In our trials, in our struggles, do not lose faith, do not lose hope, but go deeper into our faith, go deeper into hope, and turn to Jesus and let him lead the way. Trust that he will open the door. Ave Maria.